It's fantastic to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. And we certainly are.
Yeah.
Passing some Counter-Strike. We have Complexity and X-Elevate ready to play some Cobblestone for your viewing pleasure. All right. I've been told that this round started.
Yeah, these throws of yours are just...
Yeah, I was going to do this, and then
yesterday you had...
we had these. But it didn't work though, because we just had this. Me and Reese, we don't communicate very well. It's our job to communicate well, but we don't do our job well.
Yeah. I think Reese just purposely just ignores you, because you can see him behind the window
pretty
there.
much,
He's just laughing at you
yeah,
right now.
he's got an ear-to-ear grin all the time, because he knows that I'm the one out here, and he's the one in there.
Yeah.
But when the camera goes off, and I can leave this chair, it's a different story.
So you take off your belt.
You can't see it, but I have a scornful glare towards him. He's behind the camera, so it looks like I'm not being scornful to you guys. I love you guys.
It's just Reese.
It's just Reese.
And they lied to us. The pistol wasn't live.
Wasn't even live. I knew he was trying. I even called him out on this because he was trying to make us sit down faster. It's like, the pistol's live, guys. The pistol's live. It's pretty serious. Shut up, Reese. Yeah, full of lies. Okay, all right, guys. We're into this now. The pistol for reals, for realsies. I'm never gonna say that again. So enjoy it. Okay, we've got things. We got guns. We got kit. We got a single kit, which is good, because multiple kits does not make sense.
That's very true.
So I'm glad that there is only one. And Valence he's been.
I've heard her stories.
Yes, let's not go into that triple kit shenanigans.
Good times. Oh well.
Yeah.
X-Elevate moving as a group here towards a bomb site, and Complexity, similar to what we saw Cloud9 do, stacking over towards that A bomb site, but they've gotten information. They've gotten a hold of this, but why the hell is the bomb dropped here? There we go. Well, this definitely put a halt to whatever X-Elevate wanted to do. And they're just slowly getting wrecked, one by one.
Rather anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, we're going in!
We're going in! There's only one man there!
This sucks.
Oh shit, we forgot the bomb! Get back!
Abort! Okay. 1-0! As you guys can read, don't need to announce that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know why, but I can do things. I have the power. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, and
you guys have to listen to me.
For those who have poor sight.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a nice angle. Nice angle. Let's go with that. We can play it like that, and we sound considerate.
Yeah,
we sound like we're all inclusive of all audiences. That's a good thing. Being inclusive is good. We accept all things and all the peoples. And now we have, of course, the anti-eco, or anti-force buy rather, from Complexity. They're playing very defensively, although there is one player here, North Angle, out of mid, very committed position. He's got to get the kills because he's going to get traded, and only one kill is actually probably not good enough. Because we've got these X-Elevate players storming the bomb site with their rapid pace. And we've got Slemmy in the side with multiple shots, so multiple heads. Oh my god.
That's a bomb plant. And this is the afterplay position they can actually play out pretty well. As long as Slemmy doesn't show himself from another side. Oh my god. Yeah, he can do exactly that with the help of Ruru.
Not like this. Not like this. Oh. Complexity are in a horrible position. Slemmy gets a 4K. He kills 4 dudes.
And Slemmy's on our Alpha Draft team.
He gets a quad kill. How else can you say he got 4 kills?
He got a quadruple.
Okay, I guess that works.
It's the exact same thing. You're just extending it. Yeah. Or he got 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 2 + 2 kills.
No, we're not going that. That's sad. That's
then
bad.
you're gonna have to start doing math.
Dude, I can't. Yeah, that's the problem. It's not because it sounds stupid. Because I cannot.
Well, it does that too.
I number bad.
Well, Slemmy, the hero of the last round for X-Elevate, gets taken out to 2 HP instantly from that pistol action in AAPS. But with the aggressive push that Complexity had in AAPS here, Ruru has gotten pretty aggressive position. He's going to be able to take out Roka as well. In the meantime, Valence goes down, Stewie continues the onslaught, and, well, he's going to get stopped by Sanks, actually. So now a 2v2 situation, but Complexity are... No, 2v3 situation, but Complexity are fairly spread out, and Sanks does not have a weapon.
This is looking rather messy for both sides at the moment. It's like a Complexity in with a fast couple kills there. Sanks and Semphis finding their marks. And now it's Peter in the 1 versus 2.
He has the bomb. So why does he want to go towards B? He knows that both players are on the B bomb site.
I think he is just trying to catch somebody. That's what it appears
yeah,
to be.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought it was going in, but if he's just waiting here, this is really good. In
Peter we trust. He's backing away. Back into the left.
Oh.
Back into the left. That's a...
I started to
get my Bill Hicks on.
I started to get a tiny bit afraid on behalf of Peter, really, because he waited long enough to the point where Sepis might have thought to himself, like, oh, I should rotate towards A and then get caught in the back. But
in the back.
He's going to be in a pretty good position to actually get the first frag and then back off.
Look at this little hole he has to peer through. I love peering through holes such as those. And there we go. He's going to get the... Why are you laughing? As if I... Come on.
Oh, no, okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
I'm not
I could combine things. For people who watch the EU cast and you're Swedish, they could probably piece things together here.
Piece things together. James would probably just be like, Dan, you are a pervert. that's what he would.
And he'd be right.
Hey, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. That's allegedly.
Well,
I'm allegedly a pervert.
Yeah, and
anyway.
Complexity again, opting to just buy up whatever they can. And I guess it's fair enough. They know that they've brought X Elevate down to a few members each and every time now. Peter being the only one surviving in that previous round. So they can still break the economy of the T side.
Oh, yes. And, oh, hello. Oh. Peter is going to be finding an excellent little one-tap there towards Rocker. I don't think Rocker, he's had his bell rung well and truly there. I don't think he knew what happens. But of course, Complexity not really with a buy in this situation, so they're looking to get a lot done with very little, which is...
I still like
my life, really. Get a lot done with very little.
Damn. Not giving yourself a lot of credit
No,
here.
not really.
So harsh.
I'll be over there.
Over in the shame corner after the game. Well, I like the fact that Complexity are kind of committing to the B-bomb site. Even though it's ending up being the wrong call, I think this is perfectly okay. Because if they lose this one, they wouldn't be able to buy up in the next round. Worst case scenario, you save your weapons. Or you get a couple of exit frags. Best case scenario, Complexity actually have the right stack and X Elevate run into them. So the fact that they're not going to go for the retake here, just perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's good to see teams doing that because you often don't see it as much. Teams tend to have too many Rambos in one place. Yeah, people just wanting to go a little bit haywire and just take engagements and give edge, because you give edges away, and you don't need to necessarily give edges away in the even just the kill reward. Because if you give, let's say, 2 or 3 kill rewards,
it stacks up.
It does. It really does. And there's no need for it on the CT side. So,
and in addition to that, Semphis is actually going to get one more kill at the end of that round. But in addition to all of that, they get to keep their armor. Just because, like, that's such a nice thing. Even though you're not going to buy up, it's giving you a new shot at life.
New shot at life.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
They've even improved their buy somewhat with automatic being able to pick up an AK2. Now, this is just really, really composed play from Complexity. And if they're able to do it one more time, which might be unlikely because X Elevate are probably going to go for the hunt at that point, but then they could get a really cheap buy round.
Yeah, and here we go. We have Sweet2K up top on middle, and the smokes go down, and the CTs should pile through them. And yes, the balance is going to do just that. It's so important, and you'll get a quick kill as well. But still, Kiss and Slemmy with their backs against the wall, looking to push into the bomb site. The bomb is down in a very precarious position in no man's land, exposed in the middle of...
in the middle of nowhere?
In the middle of everything, of the entire fights. All guns pointed towards it, all the lasers. We've got Akis there, able to take down automatic, so he's got a doable task on his hands. He can smoke off one of these positions too. That option is there. He's got 50 seconds to try to play it slow if he wants, but he's going to go straight in. He runs with the bomb, hand over the eyes as he gets flash. Spray! Oh no! Runs out of bullets. Well, and he could have fallen back, reloaded, smoked off. He could have taken it slow, taken his time, but no.
Then also, he probably spent the first 15 bullets shooting into thin air.
Well,
so
it had it coming. Had it coming.
Had it coming. He deserved it. But in any case, that actually puts a pretty hefty damper on X Elevate's momentum here.
Oh yeah.
So you can already see they're force buying up, but because Complexity have done such a good job of getting kills here and there, It's a pretty meager buy.
It'd be good to see a strong hold from them, just to cement that economy.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's what's happening right now. They're setting up quite well for this. Yet to lose anybody.
Automatic with the aggression. Picking up Slummy as well. And Ruru, last man standing, not going to be able to do anything at all. And we could see that X-Elevate wanted to do the same type of execution they did versus Liquid yesterday, which was so effective. But just the CT side positions from Complexity were so much more spread out, so much better than what we saw from Liquid at that point. So they were easily able to handle it. Even though they had given up control over drop room, they smoked it off once they've given it up. And they also had the guy in hen house constantly getting a peek here and there to see what's going on.
And it does feel like we haven't really seen X-Elevate play Cobble, because we've seen them play Cobble, but we've seen them play Cobble against Liquid. Yeah, exactly. So this is a different story entirely. A nice spray coming in from Roka. Oh, Roka. Is it Roka or Roka? I think it's Roka.
I want to say Roka.
Americans, okay, you're the guy that can switch your accent.
I want to say Roka.
Roka. Because I usually say Roka, and I don't know
you should add a K
why.
There.
Yeah, I'm a Brit.
Roka.
What can you do? I'm British.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing.
What's he doing?
What's he saying? So,
well,
we'll go with Roka then.
Obviously, full buy coming in from Complexity. They've got all the nades in the world. And Elevate, they do have enough to get their... Well, okay, I was about to say they do have enough to get a decent execute, but already Stewie goes down through the smoke. That's unfortunate for him. And, well, 2 smokes is going to be pretty meager to go on more or less any side. I think your A side is going to be the best option because you could smoke off doors and you could smoke off balcony and hope that's enough. Pretty much. And that seems to be... Well, initially what they wanted to do, but it seems like they're rotating back towards the B bomb side. So I'm curious as to what they want to do with those 2 smokes, or if they're just going to go similar to what I think it was Gamers 2 who did this, just went on contact instead of smoking off the sides. When Gamers 2 were in a similar situation, but on Dust 2.
Yeah.
So that could be the play for X-Elevate and could definitely catch them off guard. But Automatic is in a really good position up on plateau, or he was. He actually drops down. And
Sanks is going to get a nice kill down to Akis, and he knows there could be another player. There it is. This is looking strong, and oh my god, it is going to be strong. Nobody dies. Semphis with a couple there with the AWP as well. Yeah. Looking really good here. And
that's a really good time for Complexity as well. Obviously, judging from how Semphis played at the World Championship with Canada, he was so much more effective when he got an AWP in his hands.
Absolutely, yeah. He can definitely carry with that thing.
So that's a good sign. They managed to get through that first round with him having an AWP. No issues at all. They cleaned it up. And X-Elevate has to be kind of concerned about the fact that their B executes that were so effective versus Liquid got shut down so easily by Complexity. It seems like they're just going to go back to it once again. But this time it's going to be more likely just to get a bomb plant. I think that's the only hope they have for this round.
Yeah, and I have been Complexity giving me confidence the way that they're holding down the B's not side so far. But Sanks moving around, just scooting and shooting with that AK-47, and he'll get traded immediately. So the bomb could be planted here. There is a possibility, but Automatic is going to be the player that can stop that possibility. As more kills are going to come in, Rue will take down Valence, and Automatic here is going to be getting a couple of his own. So trades backwards and forwards, and this has somehow turned into a very strong round from X-Elevate. The cost efficiency there is enormous.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did a lot with very little there. And now they're in for the buy.
Yeah. Obviously, they would have been able to buy anyway, so I guess that might have been why they pushed forward when they saw they got a couple of trades instead of going for the bomb plant and basically giving it. Because if you're starting to plant in a situation like that, you're more or less conceding the round. You're either going to get those 800 extra bucks or you're gonna go for the kills. Seeing how they would have been able to buy up anyway, that's a fair move to make. But in the end, Complexity have had pretty clean rounds up to that point, so they're not too worried about their economy as of right now. You'd like to see Elevate get more rounds on the board because the T side was definitely their strong suit versus Team Liquid.
Indeed, and we'll get a slight rotation from X-Elevate. Once again, kind of abandoning drop and B. Yeah, and it's hard for Complexity to know that because you can't easily push the B side of the map safely. So CD sides very rarely do it. It's a boost into drop. That's the best you can get.
But that's a weird thing because Complexity have actually opted to go with only 2 players on B. I'm not sure if they had some sort of a tell, but they're stacking up with 2 people towards apps.
It's going to work out here as well. They've got players in numbers to try to deal with this. But that said, it almost goes an inverse solution. solution, inverse situation, sorry, where sure they have a lot of players to defend, but that's like, oh well, if X Elevate are playing sick trades with 5 players, that actually works out better for them. The CTs actually want to delay and keep the Ts out of the choke, well, behind the choke points to abuse that instead. And so this is going to take a mammoth save from both Sanks and Automatic, and Peter's got his crosshairs firmly fixed upon the doorway. That is very likely going to be used by one of the 2 Complexity players. Automatic, though, is kind of circumventing the AWP, the sniper rifle there of Peter, and he's finding his way onto the bomb site. He's going to find another fast frag there onto Rue. Can he find Peter? No, he's not in time. Peter will find the quick snap onto Automatic, and that's going to be an extra round there for X Elevate. So, interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can see the bank that... Look at the bank that Complexity have built up.
We got the blap, 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 the auto sniper coming in from Roka.
Is it like the mega gangster way of doing it?
Yeah. All the
like sure, Tech 9 is like...
Blap, blap, blap.
That's entry level gangster?
Yeah, exactly.
This is when you just become a full-on beast.
Swag.
You run your own cartel.
Engaged. Look at the swag. The swag. He's spilling all over the place. It's all over the floor. Swag everywhere.
X Elevate clearly can't handle his swag right now. Down to 3 players, and well, again, stuck with 2 smokes, and they're gonna go towards B. So I'm not sure. It's very limited what you can do with those 2 smokes towards the B bomb site. So you're heavily relying on actually getting picks. So that's what you're gonna have to use your smokes for. Buy enough space for you to get into a good spot where you can get picks.
Okay, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Sanks is in there. And his teammates are providing a good distraction. That said, somehow Peter gets the pick, and then the trade immediately comes onto Sanks there. So this is looking actually not as good as it should have done for Complexity, but still, you know, Roka and Semphis will be enough to clean house. And 7-4 will be the score. And it's very important that the auto sniper's delivering. And Roka's got so much money. This guy is just swimming in cash. He's basically got... He's got a huge... I don't know if you ever watched... oh, what was it called?
Well, this should be good.
He's like Scrooge McDuck right now, swimming in the
vault
of money, of gold coins, man.
And the worst part is, I think someone dropped the auto sniper for Roka as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
if you're really rich, you do get stuff for free. That's how it feels like.
It's just additional income. It's interest. That's what it is.
It's interest. Interest in auto snipers.
What we don't know actually is Roka has a company. He's registered as a company, so that's a write-off.
Well, he's registered for VAT. Anyway, we will get the push coming in. This was fairly successful previously by X Elevate, but this time it's not going to go as the previous one. It will be very easily cleaned up here by the Complexity defense on the B-bomb site.
Yeah,
and
so
that's very nice for them, of course.
Fairly standard anti-eco then.
And this is a very different situation, because we would have been expecting the T-sides to be doing a lot more damage than they have been doing, and it definitely defies the current model, the current dichotomy of how Cobblestone works when it comes to
TNCT balance, I guess, or win rates is a better word for it.
Exactly.
So we're going to see some aggression in AAPS from Complexity, and I'm wondering if that's the auto sniper on Roka. Here we go, and ooh, this is new. Complexity is actually going to boost up to get some information, and you talked about it. This is one of the very few ways you can actually kind of safely get information as to what's going on around the B area.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be a massive tell. You can tell Sanks is already rotated over.
Sanks is going to be pretty important here to stop him from going onto the site. There's no one else to do that, and he's going to do the job as well. So Semi and Stekis were distracted with Automatic Complexity all over this. And having such a strong showing, if they actually get to the 11-4, which is very possible, it's almost a write-off going into their second half. They're going to have such a strong advantage going into the more favored side.
Yeah. And I think it's partly because they felt confident enough doing that because they have the auto sniper on Roka, so they can basically put him on top of plateau and let him be. Just leave him be there and have him do whatever he needs to do. Because unless X Elevate has an op, it's actually really hard to deal with an auto sniper. Op is probably the easiest way to deal with it. You can take that tag to the I guess you can take that arrow to the knee.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. That meme has silently passed away.
Yeah.
I don't need that back in my life.
We're bringing it back.
No, please. Mercy. Mercy. Let the memes die.
Well, speaking of ops,
in the meme graveyards.
speaking of ops, Peter has got his as of right now. And actually, one of the things that were working really well for Elevate just in general yesterday was the fact that Stewie was dropping heads everywhere. And right now he's got 1 frag.
Whoa, I didn't even notice that. That does definitely not bode well.
Yeah, that puts a damper on how effective they can be actually in any sort of situation, you know, and any sort of strat they're executing. If people can't get kills, you need to have the most perfect.
It's the name of the game.
Execution. Yeah, it really is. Ruru gets some good damage on Roka, but just not managed to kill him.
Roka's in full troll mode, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Going in with the scar. Boom! Ruru is going to be sent back into next week with that shot. And we've got Stewie and Slemmy now. Could have gone with the Back to the Future joke there, but I messed it up. The moment it's gone.
You had 1 chance.
I had 1 shot.
One opportunity.
We got the 1 on 2.
Everything you ever wanted.
Thanks against the world. Stewie and Slemmy, the dynamic duo of Elevate. He's going to make his way through now. Getting through the doors is the first step, and he'll find the first player by the APC. Nice snap. Oh, he's going to find both frags as well. And Complexity are going to be so happy with Sanks. And Elevate can be nothing but deflated after that. Oh dear, nicely done by Sanks. Very clutch.
Absolutely.
There's the auto sniper. Get it. No, below.
No. He's just saying, no, Roka, you have enough money.
Honestly, Roka is losing money because he's got too much money. How does that make sense?
Imagine if there hadn't been a money cap in CS.
The green machine. Say again?
Imagine if there hadn't been a money cap in CS.
Oh yeah,
how ridiculous that could have been.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
MR5, 50k.
Yeah, it's interesting because it has been 16k for forever, even in 1.6. Like, it's interesting how that has stuck around. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. We've got the push coming in towards the B-bomb site, and it is slow and steady.
I like the fact you put this push coming in. It's happening. It's
everybody's flashed.
It's standing still.
It's happening. They're cycling themselves up. They got the pep talk, the motivational speech, and they are going to wreck everybody on the bomb site. Very nicely done there by Elevate, but they have to secure the bomb plant. And Valenta's going to be wrapping around the side of the statue, looking for multiple kills. He's going to be doing just that. 3 frags in a row. Rook now coming in from the doors, looking to try to save the situation for his team, but he can't get it done. Complexity will win the round, and Roka will be the one to get the defuse, the one with the glorious auto sniper. And that is that. First half is over. 11-4 is a huge CT side for Complexity, something that you would never normally expect, as we said, you know, the current way things work.
Well, you'd have to go back in time, pretty much.
Exactly.
If you want to get your Back to the Future reference
Marty,
right now.
We got to go back.
Yeah.
Marty, we got to go back. I don't know how to do the doc voice. I would need to watch Back to the
think
Future
you need some
right
whiskey and cigars to mess up your voice first, to get it raspy enough.
I'm down. Just go full, oh God, what's his name? Chocolate Jesus. Tom Waits. Go full Tom Waits mode.
Chocolate Jesus. Tom Waits. Yeah, okay. No,
yeah, that's the famous Tom Waits.
Yeah. For a second, when I heard Chocolate Jesus.
So where are you going with this?
The first thing I thought was Tay Zonde, the guy who does Chocolate Rain, and I thought you mixed up your reference or something.
Mixed up my references.
Where are you going with this?
Chocolate Rain. I do not have the level. I cannot do.
You're not the deep voice.
I cannot. I just know. No, that's not happening. I need to be full. No. Not even close.
So yeah,
James is a deep voice. He can maybe get there if he drops that thing.
That baritone voice.
Yeah, he can maybe make that happen, but not.
Well, now you know. Have to start smoking, drinking excessively.
Did you hear Tom Waits? Some of his first albums, just the very first ones.
I haven't heard the very first ones.
Just watch album from album how his voice changes. He sings like an angel in the first albums. It's so beautiful to listen to.
Then he becomes a rock star.
Yeah, but he is a genius. He's a musical genius. It's amazing. He's one of the geniuses of our time musically. You cannot fit him into any genre or anything. This guy is crazy. Anyway, look up Tom Waits if you want to educate yourself. And 11-4, great situation for Complexity.
Yeah. And also, a nice thing to add is the fact that everyone on Complexity is actually pretty even in the terms of fragging. So everyone's been having their rounds where they've been doing good stuff. And Roka, gonna continue where he left off with that auto in the CTF and start things off for them in the pistol.
Oh, nice snap there from Automatic. Stewie and Peter, though, with responses. They're holding down well here for X-Elevate, the A site.
Oh, nice.
Sanks now against 3 players. Not good odds. I would not bet on him.
Yeah. Good for you so far. 1 for 1 on in-game bets.
Nice.
Well, that's a very much needed round for X-Elevate. They never managed to get any sort of momentum going. Their continuous force buys didn't work out like they did versus Liquid yesterday, and by that, Complexity just really quickly stacked up their economy to the point where there was no breaking them. So very much needed to start for that. And you can tell, at this point it seems like they're more invested into just winning rounds than building up an economy on their end as well.
Yeah.
Given the full FAMAS buy. And I think this is a bit of a weird buy because I think the grenades are going to be super effective, and I don't think a FAMAS is necessarily that much better than, let's say, a UMP versus armored targets, that it's worth giving up an insane amount of nades for the FAMAS. Then again, I have an unreal hatred for the FAMAS.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a FAMAS fan. But I wish the burst would be good and not terrible like this.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. That's why.
Great stuff. Good spray transference there from a Kiss. And this is a real opportunity here for Complexity. The bomb site was for free, and they will still get the bomb planted, but the Tech 9s at these ranges, it's very unreliable, and no FAMAS have been picked up just yet. So here we go. We'll get the crossfire situation, and that is going to be an excellent split from Stewie and Slemmy to get the kills there. Look at that. The cleanup, but 2 frags and the bomb planted.
Yeah,
now
well worth it for Complexity.
Yeah,
I think if they would have been able to get Ruru down as well, who's on 6 HP, that probably would have prompted another force buy in this situation.
Yeah.
I guess they could go crazy and drop.
They could do
AKs.
it, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
They could drop 2 AKs here and go for something, but they're gonna go with Tech 9s. They're actually gonna
style. This is full Semphis.
Yeah.
Because it's full Semphis. If he's like, guys, just go B. It's like, it's no drill. It's just like, go B, guys.
Look at it. It's happening.
This is gonna be cool. It'd be cool to see if they've got like specific executes for this kind of a round, because you want to keep the pace high. You don't want to be deterred by the CT counter grenades early into the rounds. You need to avoid that. And so far, they are letting themselves be slowed down a little bit, but just because they are getting their own nades over. So now they're going to be going in, not deterred by the CT nades, and maybe they can pull this one off. All the rotating players of X-Elevate are in position now, but the frags are going evenly. We've got a 3 versus 3. The bomb is being planted by Automatic. Rue is going to get flashed just long enough. He won't spot the free kill he had on Automatic. He was planting the bomb. Automatic with the Tech 9 will find the headshot. Rue's going to fall. And the M4 is now in the hands of Automatic. And if that wasn't bad enough, still 2 more members are alive to crossfire against the Kiss. What a round from Complexity. And that's what I like to see. I like to see teams who've got drills for every situation and can realize how to really
go with
throw a team off balance with properly placed pressure. Alliteration.
I like it. It's nice. But then, going in with conviction. Just not stopping. Once you've kind of set off, just commit. Just fully commit.
Yeah.
And I think a Semphis team would be really good at that. Because
absolutely, that was a great round.
He's going to be screaming off the top of his lungs as you're running, Sparta mode as they go into war. And so, just really well done. And that obviously messes Elevate's economy completely up. So they're doing a clean eco. They know that they just have to get to some sort of rifle as quickly as possible if they're going to have a shot at this. And the 5-man B stack, not going to work out. Again, it's worthwhile the risk because spreading yourself thin with no weaponry is probably not going to end well for you. So you might as well stack it, hope for the best. Similar to what Complexity did in one of their force buys.
Yeah, it's turned out quite well here for Complexity because being able to essentially just rupture the CT economy in the way that they just did has not only forced X-Elevate into awkward positions when it comes to the immediate rounds following, but it also means that when they do get to the round where they kind of have to buy, because they're already down so many rounds, they're in a spot where if you do get that 4K money situation, which I think they might be in, we'll have to see, because you get reset, then you have this spot where you have to buy because of how many rounds you have to the deficit. But you don't want to because you won't get everything you need.
You can't get nades.
But you have to do it. And this is not looking too bad, actually. They do have more money than anticipated by about 1k. So it's going to turn into a decent buy.
But this is still nades. A lot of these nades that Elevate have right now is going to go away within the first 20 seconds of the round. That's the issue for them because they don't have Molotovs to buy time, so they're going to have to use their smokes for it. And, well, that could be an issue. But that's a nice way of doing it. Boosting up PTR, or Peter, quickly up there into the drop room to get that quick pick. And I think that's something that catches people off guard. You wouldn't expect an off to be there.
And we got Complexity moving in now, and hey, it's not going too badly. Roka's going to equalize the matter by taking down Slemmy, and we do have Rue looking to work his way in from behind that smoke. And you can see that the Complexity are quite tentative. They don't want to take it for granted in this 3-on-3 and just plant the bomb immediately. They've got time to work with. And this is nice. Oh, look, both teams boosting players up onto the tree. It's going to be a kiss to take the frag, though, as Sanks was preoccupied with taking down Peter. So, again, this situation will be equalized. Valence will go around, and he's in a very awkward spot here. Not sure which way to turn, but he'll go for the committed play into Rue, around the side, and he'll clean up a kiss there for the round win. Complexity 14 now to the 6 of Elevate, and they look like they're just going to completely just sail, just soar through the rest of the rounds to close this one out quickly, because Elevate have no money in the BANK.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this was our second bet?
Sorry?
Wasn't this the second game we bet on your new card? Or Reese did?
Oh, this is Reese's bet.
Yeah, but we'll take full credit if it actually goes our way.
Oh, yeah.
So, again,
Aniko,
I'm not really sure. Okay, I guess Ruru kind of balancing out the economy, so he got light Kevlar. I guess you probably could have spent that for a couple more nades in the upcoming round, but nevertheless, it's going to be pretty tough to ask for Hex Elevate to do anything at all here.
Ooh, there we go. Ruru's getting up close and personal. But he has been slapped with a restraining order and promptly shot in the face. So Peter now, the last man standing, or Peter. He's going to hope
I
can go American mode as well. I'm not quite as proficient as
Can you do it for the rest of the game?
The rest of the... No. Maybe I could try. Like, I actually tried to do it once, and not in a cast. And some guy's like, oh, that actually sounds pretty good. I was like, what? Because to me, it sounds ridiculous. So I can't...
Are you calling all Americans ridiculous?
No, I'm just calling myself. I'm saying myself when I'm trying. It's ridiculous. But
for one round.
For one round? No. Maybe no, I can't do it. No. Look how timid and coy I'm becoming. This is unsightly. It's unbecoming.
Well, this is the do or die round for X Elevate here. Peter gonna go with an aggressive peek from AAPS. Ooh.
Oh god, that was a full frontal lobotomy. That is brain surgery.
Well, Complexity actually botched their first smoke here, so that could potentially create something. Well, X Elevator doing a pretty good job here of getting trade frags right now. 2v2 situation. Semphis is down to 8 HP though, and just like that, X Elevate from the brink of death, bring it back. So hanging on to that rope.
Maybe X Elevate should call themselves Back Alley Doctors. That could be a cool name.
That's actually a pretty sick name, yeah.
And it abbreviates to bad. Oh, that's not good actually. You don't want to be rolling up with a bad crew. Oh no, that doesn't work.
Team bad?
But team bad, yeah. But Back Alley Doctors.
It's mind games.
Back Alley Doctors, man.
It's mind games.
It's ghetto. It is cool. It's edgy. Anyway, we have the AKs moving in fast. Look at the pace from Complexity. They're not messing around. They already have automatic right up in there behind the crate.
Oh, could get caught up by Stewie here.
Nicely done there. Oh, there's no punish. Where's the punish? There's no punish to be found here in Complexity, and they are just going to sit up there like deer in the headlight or rabbit in the headlight. How rabbits in the headlight? Headlights and rabbits. There's all kinds of woodland critters in headlights.
The entire forest
There's
is in
headlights everywhere. The lights in my eyes. Oh my god.
Thorin.
Yeah, for those of you who were paying attention to Thorin recently, Duncan, the lights in my eyes shields. Anyway.
Good times.
Good times were had by all.
So, for once, it's actually, I think this is the first time in pretty much forever Complexity have been brought back to an eco. And even then, Roka decides to buy up fully with a Kevlar, Head Kev and a Galil. Sanks kind of chipping in a bit as well with a light Kev. the P250, but not the biggest investment here for Complexity, but they've gotten pretty far up towards the A bomb site here. Are they actually just going to get a free bomb plant?
That's a good result. Pretty good result already, and some
well
frags.
worthwhile.
The Galil's out the picture though, which is unfortunate. Valens is just going to dive over the top. He's like, take me, please.
Going on in style, though. So pretty easy round for X-Elevate, but a bit of an unnecessary point to give them an extra bomb plant. So, I guess it, in the grand scheme of things, wouldn't have mattered too much because Complexity had a losing streak. We're on a more or less clean eco, except for Roka, who had enough money as it was. Probably transferred some of that from the CT side over to the T side. And yeah, it's going to work out anyway. And at this point, if you're Elevate, you're probably more worried about your own economy than you actually bother to care about what Complexity are doing, because you can't afford to lose a single round. So it doesn't really matter if you can't really play to build up your economy at all.
Absolutely.
You're just going to have enough money to scratch together Colts and AKs if you've picked those up each and every round. And a lot of nades. Well, right now, Complexity are pretty spread out, so not really committing towards any of the bomb sites as of yet. One of the more slow-paced rounds we've seen from Complexity on this T side so far.
Yeah, the switch up of pace is really nice because you can, like that boost we saw from Peter before. That's something that you could bait that out in a sense because their pace is mismatched to what they're expecting.
Yeah.
So then you can abuse that, and some teams are very good at that kind of stuff, like mixing up the pace in the rounds. It's very difficult to do well. It's a simple thing. It sounds like it's simple, but it's hard to perfect. And Sunny with a good nade there, actually. He's going to find himself 2 frags, funnily enough, on 2 of the players that weren't actually blinded. And Complexity now down to 2 players, but seems like that's not much of an issue. Automatic with a double on the entry is going to allow Complexity to get the bomb planted. And now in goes Peter and Akis, looking for that save, looking to salvage the round, to save themselves from losing against Complexity. But here they go, both from the same angle. And Automatic is going to be the only healthy player, but he's going to go down to a kiss now, all on Roka. He's not got much in the way of HP. He's found his way around to Peter. He had no idea. Roka just playing the boulder. This is so awkward here, this engagement for a kiss.
Still has a Molotov too.
He is playing this so patiently. There goes a kiss straight into his position, and the shot straight to the face once again. And it's going to be Complexity, 69. And the Complexity looks really good here.
Yeah.
They looked really solid. I loved how well they were holding together the B-bomb sites. It's very cool to see, very encouraging, especially considering lately we've seen a lot of shakiness. So it's nice to see a team that's got, really got the drills going there. And it's working out.
I was not expecting that much from Complexity, really. Given X-Elevate, what we saw yesterday with Liquid, obviously that turned out to be, I guess, a lackluster performance from Team Liquid, especially on the CT side. They definitely showed themselves from a better point today versus Cloud9.
Absolutely.
But Complexity, definitely impressive stuff, and you can definitely tell that that's a map they've been working on, and it's starting to sit as well. So it's going to be fun to see a matchup like Complexity versus Cloud9 or Team Liquid at some point on that map.
Complexity is a very big brand, a lot of history there. It's good to see that they're making some inroads into. I mean, they're clearly working. You can see the work there behind the scenes, all the effort they're putting in. You can see the development there. So it's great to see that they're going to be able to carry the brand forwards. Because there is this third spot that's kind of up for grabs between CLG and Complexity. You got Cloud9, you got Liquid, both established. Then it's the CLG Complexity. Right now, CLG are qualified for the major, so they're able to obviously, by nature of that, to be ahead of Complexity. But just to have 4 teams that can potentially qualify for majors, let's say. In NA, that's a big improvement.
Oh, that's massive.
It's a huge improvement.
I mean, you don't have to go far back in time for it to be more like everybody. Well, NA might have 2 teams in a major, but everyone would be focusing on one team. And that would be Cloud9 because everyone else expected.
If that maybe at those times when there's like none that was relevant even for a while.
Yeah. And at a certain point, you just thought to yourself, well, it's going to be Cloud9 from NA to do anything. If anyone from NA can do anything at all.
Absolutely.
So to see that more and more teams are upping their game and playing better, just a great time for NA.
Indeed. Well, we have one more match here for the North American FACEIT League, and of tonight, of course. It's not going to end after this, don't worry. And so we have X-Elevate, who, of course, you just saw against Complexity on Cobblestone. They'll be taking on Winterfox on Mirage. Winterfox with 3 players stuck in Europe, so we've seen some...
It's going to be interesting.
They've had some troubles with this before, so we would expect X-Elevate to have a good time here, but we'll take a big break, a small break, and we'll be back to find out.